A suspect has been captured tonight after an hours-long stabbing spree in Orange County that left 4 people dead and 2 more wounded. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carla Chiquetto. Barbara Lee has the night off. Police say the random attacks happened during a rapid series of robberies. 2 people were killed at an apartment complex in Garden Grove before 1 person at a Subway sandwich shop and 1 at a 7-Eleven in Santa Ana were fatally wounded. A woman was hurt when an insurance company was targeted and another man was slashed at a gas station. Police say all 4 of those killed tonight were Hispanic men.